Well, good morning. Loyd Senior checking in. It's definitely not Wednesday. Actually, it's a Friday morning. And about 10:30 in the morning. And I decided that I was bored watching TV. So I says, I'm going to see if I can't whip something up. And today I've decided to take couple boxes of Jiffy Mix and hopefully bump them up. The Jiffy Mix up a couple notches. I just heard the oven. It hit the 375 is what I plan to cook these at. The box says 400, but today I'm going to try 375. The ingredients that I'm going to be using today is going to be, we have, a third of a cup of raisins. Come on out. There we go. 1/3 of a cup of raisins, 1/3 of a cup of cranberries, and a 1/4 cup of walnuts. Now, all these ingredients so far, the walnuts, the cranberries, and the raisins have all been diced up small. I took the dried cranberries and put them on my cutting board and I chopped them up real small. I didn't want big pieces in there. I did the same thing with the cranberries and the raisins. They're all diced up into small little pieces, like jumbo shrimp. But anyways, they're in there. I'm going to use pretty much the rest of the recipes, pretty much what's on the box. So we have to put 2 eggs in there. And I have some banana that I'm going to put in there, which I plan to smush up a little bit before I put it in there. It's 2 mighty ripe bananas, actually. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this is because I had 2 bananas that were going to be heading south. And I didn't want to do that. So we'll see what happens here. Alright, the bananas are mixed. I have just a little under, it's 1/3 of a cup and 1/3 of a cup. 1/3 of a cup per box. So that would be 2/3 of a cup. But what I've decided to do is I make mine, I'm going little under 2/3 of a cup of milk because of the bananas that I'm putting in here. I'm sure they're going to add a little bit of liquid to this. Alright, I got a couple eggs going to go in here. And 2 eggs. Alright. I'm going to blend this stuff a little bit and I'll add some milk to it. Get it really mixed up. Like I said, this is a sort of an experiment. I'm using 4x8 deep loaf pans, so I'll spread this out between the 2 of them. Alright, I'm guessing that this is ready for the milk. In she goes. So just shy of 2/3 of a cup. Alright. Okay, we got the liquid batter. Pretty good shape here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean off my whisker. And dry it up. I'm going with my hands here. Because what I'm going to do, I find that I like to take some of the lumps out of the corn that comes out of the box. So I'm going to move this out of the way, set this aside, put this over here. Put in a box of cornmeal. Oh, there you go. You'll see what I mean about sometimes you get your chunks. And it's not like it's old, it's good till 2022 it says on it. Alright. Break that up. Alright. Once I get it. Come on. There, look at that. A little chunky. They say 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm cooking it at a little lower temperature than 400, so it may take a little longer than that. What I'll do is just keep an eye on it. Yes, sir. Get this broke up pretty good here. Almost there. I'm sure it's going to mix in once I get it in there after a chunk or two. Break up. So hang on. See what happens if we integrate these items. Oh, it's kind of messy at the moment, but I expect we'll get everything blended here in a minute. We're there just about. It's blending in fairly well. Alrighty now. A little bit of a mess here. I'll turn off the camera, clean up the counter, and then we'll get ready to pour that in the pan in a couple of minutes. Check it out. Well, I'm back. I guess it's as ready as it's going to be here. Just give it a quick stir. I'm going to attempt, like I said, to even these out when I put this in here. Lord knows if I'll be successful or not, but we're going to try. Here we go. Well, I'm hoping I'm somewhere near close here. We'll find out at the end of this project how we made out. I don't want to miss any of the batter. There we go. All right. Putting those in the oven. So like I said, it's 15 to 20 minutes, but where I'm using 375 degrees instead of 400, it might take a little bit longer, but I'll keep checking on them. In they go. And who knows what we're going to end up with after all this. All right. Very good. Loyd Senior checking out. I'll check back in when we have product. Okay, Loyd Senior hopefully checking back in here. And I have just checked my cornbread and it appears to be done. I'll give it one more double check with a toothpick up here. But I think we're there. Oh! Give it one more test. Make sure we're dry. Yes, sir. Good to go, I'd say. Well, we'll turn off the oven. Hear that? Well, it's time to let those set and cool off a little bit. And when they do cool off, I'll give them a test and see what we came up with. So, Loyd Senior checking out. Have a good day. Well, I'm back finally. Both of my cornbreads have cooled off. I'm about to see what time it is. Oh, I got a stopwatch running here. I guess that ain't going to tell me the time, is it? Well, it's about 3:19 in the afternoon. I decided, gee, this is a good time to have an afternoon snack. So I'm going to see if we can get that cornbread out of there. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cut myself a piece. And we'll see how it is. Alright, I cut a little end piece off here. Well, let me get that up so you can see it. Yeah, you can see the raisins, you can see the walnuts in there and the cranberries. So I'm going to test this out and see how it is. But I'm also going to spoil myself a little bit because I kind of got a hankering to have a little ice cream with this. And I found one thing that goes good with cornbread is just a little bit of ice cream. So I have nuked myself a cup of coffee. And I'm going to test this out and I'll give you my unbiased opinion when I get done. So while I do so checking out for the moment, I'm going to enjoy a piece of that cornbread. Well, good morning. It's no longer Friday, it's Saturday morning. We'll after 9 o'clock, and I'm going to have a break, taking a break with a cup of coffee, and I'm going to have some of my cornbread that I made yesterday. And as you can see, it's shrunk to half size, and I actually devoured that all myself, a little bit at a time. My biased opinion, or I guess you would call it biased, is I'm the only one that's tried it right now, is that I think it tastes pretty doggone good. Now this recipe is easy to adjust up or down. If you don't like walnuts, don't put walnuts in it. You know, if you don't like raisins, don't put raisins. If you like more cranberries, put more cranberries. If you like, dice up some apples next time and add some apples and cranberries. That's one of the recipes that I've done with the cornbread. So anyways, I enjoyed it. So give it a try. Add or subtract what you'd like, and leave me a comment. So Loyd Senior checking out, and I'm gonna have some of this cake, and it breaks up quite nicely. You see, not supposed to talk with your mouth full, but I will. Take care.